Okay, so in the practice test, we're going to do number 6. Says for the function f of t equals t to the third plus 2 over t, find the following: the average rate of change for f of t on the interval 1 to 4. Average rate of change is something you got to know what it means. Does anybody tell me? Slope. This is old school slope. This is algebra 1 slope. So when it says average rate of change, you are thinking, hey, we want to do the old slope from 1,000 years ago. I have no idea what that is. Somebody's phone. Is that mine?
Yeah, that's yours.
I never get calls. All right, so anyway, in order to get the average rate of change, what do I have to get? To get a slope, what are you going to have? We're going to have how many points? We need 2 points. So right there it says on the interval 1 to 4. What is the 1 and the 4? It's not the y. That is my x value. So I need to do f of 1. So I'm going to get 1 cubed plus 2 over 1, which is going to be 3. And then I need to do f of 4. And I'm going to get 4 cubed plus 2 over 4. So let's see. We got 4 cubed is 64 plus 2 is 66 over 4. And let's see. Divide those by 2. That'd be 33 over 2. And we'll just use that, I guess. Or we can change it to decimal, 17 and a half. So we're 17.5. Somebody check my math, make sure I did that right. My calculator breaks sometimes. So to get my average rate of change,
Should be 16.
It's 16.
16?
16.5.
Oh, you're right. I divided it wrong. Thank you. 16.5. All right. Average rate of change is going to equal 16.5 minus 3 over 4 minus 1. Good enough. There's your answer. You want to simplify it, you can. I'm going to tell you right now, on the quiz you guys just took yesterday, I had 4 people on the tangent line equation, had the right equation, and they put it in y equals mx plus b form, and they made a math mistake. I hope you didn't do that. If it doesn't make you put it in slope-intercept form, or slope-intercept, leave it point slope. Then instantaneous rate of change means something else. What does that mean? That means derivative. That means derivative. So I need to do the derivative of this function. Well, I would never do quotient rule. I will never do quotient rule when I have a monomial on the bottom. You can. And it will be fine if you do the rules right, you can. But I will always take one of these and I will simplify this by putting this t under each part and reducing them. And then do the derivative because it's way faster. That's why I would do this. So the derivative of this function is going to be 2t minus 2t to the negative 2, which puts that down here. Then I can go f prime, and I want to find the slope when t is what?
2.
2, so I put a 2 in. There's your answer. You don't have to simplify in this class. I'm going to, but you don't have to. So this would be 4 minus a half, 3.5, 3.5, whatever. But again, you don't have to simplify in this class. Questions on that one? And then we got number 10. Was it 10 or 11? 11. It says find g prime of 3. What's that mean? What?
The derivative.
Find the derivative. Now, here's the g function, right? What's that say up there? I can't read it.
6.
It says what, y?
That's the y-axis, and that's number 6.
Does it say y equals g of x here?
Yeah.
And y equals fx. So this is my g of x function right here, right? So I'm supposed to find I want to find g prime of 3, means I want to get and this is g of x, so I want to get the slope. I want to get the slope of this function where x is what? 3. So what is going to be the slope? 1, 2, 3. What is going to be the slope right here? Yeah, there isn't one. Because there's a sharp turn. There is no slope there. Okay? Anybody else got anything on the practice test?
Can you do 10?
All right, number 10. It wants to find h prime of 2. So what I need to do is do the derivative of this thing first. I need to find h prime of x. What rule do I have to use? Product rule. So the one I use is first term. Hope y'all see fx first term times derivative of the second term plus the second term times derivative of the first term. And then I want to find h of prime of 2, which means I'm putting 2's in for all these x's. Okay? So now I'm going to find f of 2. Now that means when x is 2, what's y? So I think f of x2 is right here. So isn't that a y value of 2?
Yeah.
So this is going to be 2. Now I need the slope of the g function at 2. Well, I think 2 is right here. How am I, isn't this a straight line? How can I get the slope of a line? Rise over run. So if I go up 2 over 1, that means my slope is 2 there. So g prime of 2 is also 2. Plus, I need the g value at 2. Well, that's this point, which is 1, 2, 3. That's negative 3. Because it just wants the y value there. And then the last thing says, what's the slope of this function at 2? So I got to get this slope. So isn't that down 1, right 1? So that's a slope of negative 1. So I get 4 plus 3 looks like 7. Anybody else have any on the practice test? Anybody got any questions on Unit 2 whatsoever? Because we are testing on Tuesday. Anything off of all of Unit 2 you want me to go over? Any concepts, any rules of derivative rules, anything? Yes.
So the difference between if you have like a limit in front of the definition of derivative versus without a limit?
If the limit is not in front of the derivative, it is not a definition of derivative. It's just a slope. Yeah, it'd be the change in y's. Well, unless they just had one thing in the bottom, it's not anything that we're going to really worry about. They want to know, do you recognize what the definition of a derivative looks like? Anybody else got anything? Okay, so you can work on the practice test. You can work on anything else you want to work on within